Today, hopefully, I'm going to scare you with some really bad news, but I'm doing it for your benefit. What we're going to talk about today is your future. I always start off the show by saying, hey, if you think banks and governments care about you, they don't. It's up to you to take control of your financial future, and if you can do that, if you can take control of your finances, you can take control and transform your life. I truly believe that. On this channel, many videos to help you get out of debt and then help you save money and earn more money and retain the value of that money. So if you appreciate the work I put into these, please smash that like button, leave comments on what you do or what you don't do, or comments about this particular episode, because what I'm talking about, I do this 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, on the Dollar is Dead show, trying to point out that the dollar goes down in value and things like assets go up in value, and also help you prepare for your future and take control of your finances. So today we're going to talk about retirement. It's interesting that you hear people always talk about when I retire, but then ask them, well, are you going to retire? And they'll say, well, of course. Well, is it of course? Because it's not necessarily a given anymore, because it's been shown that people just aren't saving enough for retirement. I'm going to show you 3 articles today. We're going to talk about them. First up is this article talking about savings and retirement savings in 401ks. It was a study that was put out, I believe it was March or May of this 2024, by Fidelity. Now, this wasn't a survey of 1,000 people where they answered questions, because people sometimes don't tell the truth, and sometimes those surveys aren't statistically significant. No, what this was Fidelity said, we manage over 23 million 401ks. We looked at that data, and here's what we found. So this is statistically correct. Now, they're talking about averages. What really matters is the median. If you look at averages, you might have someone making, or someone who has, let's say, 10 million in their 401k, and you average that across a bunch of people with 50,000 in their 401k, and it's going to make everyone look like they have $300,000. That's an average. A median is where you look at all the people and you say, what's the middle person got? Okay, now they talk about averages, but looking at the data, it might be median. I'm not sure. And they show here 12 to 27 has about $11,000 in their 401k. Okay, I don't know why they're looking at 12, but let's just say working age is like 14 or 16 when you're actually getting a W-2 and putting money into Social Security, something like that, and you actually have the benefits of putting money into a 401k. $11,300. 28 to 43, now that's a big chunk of what I would think is people in primarily some of their best earning years, at least as you get towards 43. The average balance is $59,000. 44 to 59, super old people like myself, $158,000. And then lastly, 60 to 78, $241,000. Now the 60 to 78, I don't pay too much attention to, only because there might be quite a few of them that are actually drawing down. So if you're actually taking money out of the 401k, well, that's going to mess up what they've actually saved. So look at the numbers up to 60, and you'll see the most is about $158,000. That is not a lot. If you were to think that the average salary, if you just Google it, what's the average salary of someone in the U.S., I think it's $62,000. It's in the 60,000s. Okay, so if you have $160,000 saved, let's say you have more than that, $180,000. You can retire for 3 years. Now, they're going to tell you that you're earning interest, so you'll have a little more money, but that's 3 years. So you're 60 years old and you say, I want to retire? Great. You can stop working for 3 years. That's not a retirement. So clearly, that's not enough. Now, some of you might be thinking, but there's Social Security. I don't care about that. Now, what are your biggest expenses? Typically, your home and rent, maybe car, but definitely health insurance. And when you get older, there's supplemental insurance and things like Medicare and Medicaid. So look at this article about 2 of our social safety nets, because a lot of people are thinking, well, I'm going to get money from the government, Social Security, and they're going to help me with my health insurance, etc. This article says, and I'm just going to show you this one part, that the head actuaries for Social Security and Medicare, meaning they're the ones that are putting together the spreadsheets to figure out how long is this money going to last. And they said that currently, as of January 2024, the average monthly benefit is $1,900. So the average person getting Social Security or benefits, that could be some health benefits as well, is around $1,900. But in the next 10 years, They said that Social Security is going down in terms of what they're going to be able to pay out. There's going to be a 17% cut. So it would be $1,582. That's $325 less per month. Now, if you've been watching my videos or just the news, you'll know that we've had inflation running out of control for years. That's why the Fed's keeping rates so high. So, if they're saying we're going to cut these benefits by 17%, and we still have inflation running hot at 2, 3, 4, what year or two ago, we were at 8%. So things are getting more expensive, and now we're going to give you less money. So if you're relying on Social Security, $1,500 a month, think about that. What's that going to get you? How far would $1,500 go for you right now? That's not going to cut it. So what can you do? Well, every Friday we talk about your savings, how to retain value of your savings. I've got many videos on how to get out of debt, how to determine whether you should save money or whether you should put it towards getting out of debt to get your finances in order. And then every Friday we talk about how to maintain the value of your savings. So this is all about savings, right? You're saving money for retirement. Now, you might be doing certain things within the 401ks. They may only have certain types of funds or things that you have to choose. You may be limited. It may not be really self-directed. But in your own personal savings, over and above your emergency fund and your daily expenses, when you start saving, know that the dollar over time goes down in value. So we look at things like commodities because that's what the wealthy do. They buy assets, whether it be real estate or gold or silver or these days things like crypto. So take a watch of that every Friday because we track how this basket of goods does. I want to change your mindset and help you change your mindset. And I hope this freaks you out and you say, I want to retire. And don't think if you're in your 20s or your 30s, that's a long time from now. Look at me. I got to 52, I think I am now, really fast. It seems like a blur, especially because I had kids. And that went by way too fast because I loved having kids and everything we did together, but they're older, done, and they're out. So you need to think about your future. You need to have a plan and save in your retirement funds and in your own personal savings. And it's not just about saving, it's about maintaining that value because inflation is eroding the value of the dollar. The dollar is dead. You need to own other things so that you can maintain the value of your savings. Thank you for watching. Please watch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I put out multiple videos during the week to help you get out of debt and to also help you save and create passive income. Have a great day.